When we recognize that our hearts, when we open the eyes of our hearts, it's like opening up the window and letting the light in. When we open the eyes of our hearts, that's where the focal point of our chapel and our worship can be. So this whole practicing the presence of God thing might start off rigid. It might be a little bit difficult, and you might have to put reminders around you to remind you to do it. I've heard of some people who have set an alarm on their watch to go off every 3 hours to remind them in that moment, quick, pray in that spot. But that gets annoying after a while, and hopefully you get to a place where you don't need to have a chime remind you that God is in the room with you, that you are always aware. And that's where it goes from being rigid to something more fluid, where you just get naturally used to the idea that God is here. Yep. Sometimes you'll forget about that, and you'll say something to someone that you wish you didn't say, and then you'll stop and say, Lord, I'm so sorry I just said that. And then you'll say to the person you just said it to, I'm so sorry I just said that to you. That's what we're dreaming of, and that's what we're driving towards, that we might open eyes that have long been shut. The practice of the presence of God, then, is to establish a holy habit of thought that does indeed run completely contrary to all of the other habits that we have likely established throughout our lives. It's going to be hard. But the reward of establishing this holy habit, while not immediate, will ultimately be the most fulfilling reward any of us here will ever experience.